Melissa here from GirlGoneFishing. I've got my kayak all loaded up and I am ready to go to Caesar Creek for my first tournament of the year. This one's with Cincinnati Kayak Fishing. I've never fished Caesar Creek before. From looking at it on the maps and Google Earth, it is steep and deep. The water is cold right now. We're probably pretty solidly pre-spawn, and I'm looking forward to trying it out. I've been doing a lot of reading, a lot of studying in the off season, and I'm excited to see if I can put any of it into action and actually catch some fish. Although, you know, mid 40s, low 50s water, I don't think I'm going to be catching a ton, but I'm going to try. So the thing today is storms. There's a major storm front coming in around 5 o'clock this evening, and potential for like pop-ups before then. So got to keep my eye on the weather and get going to the ramp, get launched. I'll see you guys out there. Well, it's about 7:15. Launch was at 7 o'clock. I'm pedaling out to my spot, which is about 3/4 mile down the lake. I'm pedaling very slowly and carefully though, because a couple weeks ago when I was skiing, I got hit by someone and it pushed my tibia out of place and it tore my meniscus and sprained my posterior cruciate ligament. So my knee is freshly injured, and it was not suggested that I do this, but if I do it with my knee in very careful alignment, I should be able to get out of this without hurting myself further. And I do have a pretty substantial brace on just to make sure that, or help hold everything together. So I wasn't going to miss my season opener. So my plan is pretty much slow and draggy. I do have a spinner bait, a blade bait, but I've got a Ned rig, a jig, what else? Oh, crankbaits. I don't think it's going to work. Rumor has it that this lake is really tough. It's Caesar Creek, but they call it the Dead Sea. So I'm going to keep trucking until I get to my spot. It's a really nice cove that has some primary points, secondary points, and some flats in the back. So I got to figure out where the fish are in their pre-stage or the pre-spawn routine. So as they're staging into the spawning flats. But all right, let's get going. I don't even know what it is. I'm not really sure what he is. Maybe some sort of drum, fish. I don't know. I thought it was a bass for a second. Also not a bass. That was pretty cool because I saw these guys on the fish finder and I didn't know what they were, and there they are. All right, we got a pretty good looking saw guy. I'd say about half the field is probably quit by this point. Oh man, there's a big part of me that doesn't want to go back out. But we waited like 5 months for this. I know. Okay, we're going to go back out there. We're going to catch bass. Big bass. Little bass, I don't care. Well, it's 1:30 and I don't have any bass yet, but you know, I'm trying. And on the plus side, it's not raining anymore, and it's really kind of a pretty day right now, but it's still chilly and there's no bass. So I just passed Sean Skidmore and he's like, I've got a limit, I'm looking for upgrades. So people are catching bass, I'm just not catching bass. So I got to figure this out. Still bouncing back and forth between like slow dragging, like a Ned rig and a shaky head, mixing it up with a lipless crankbait, regular crankbait, and a spinnerbait. Haven't got any bass bites at all so far yet, but gonna keep trying, and got another hour and 21 minutes to go before the tournament's over, and hopefully I can get 5 fish, 5 bass, or at least 1 bass. Come on, bass! I think these are fish because you can see the shadows. Oh yeah, look at that. Huh. All right, it's 3 o'clock, line's out, and unfortunately I didn't catch any bass. I tried my hardest and a couple good things happened. My knee held up pretty well. It really does hurt, but it made it, and my electronics worked, and I had everything on my kayak, everything worked, so that's a great way to start the season. I'm gonna be able to figure out how to use those electronics, and hopefully it'll help me get better results this year, but not a very good start. That's okay. Long way to go in the season, and yeah, this is really fun. The rain finally stopped, but I gotta say a huge thank you to Strictly Sail Kayak for helping me get everything set for the start of the season, and for being such great supporters of the tournament trail. And thank you guys for watching. And yeah, the next one, there's gonna be so many fish. I can't promise that, but I'm gonna try really hard. So thank you guys, and I'll see you on the water on the next one.